What was it that got you to buy into Q-PAC in the first place? Do you remember?
I do. My first experience was I'd grown up in the industry doing a lot of knockdown units where we had to go to like rigging yards, take them apart because they had to come to like a picture spot like this, they had to get to a certain floor and we had to bring it up certain freight elevators. So I was always unscrewing, knocking down units and breaking apart fans and 30 horsepower motors and all those components. I had actually gone to a yard in 2014 on a Daikin unit, I think, and they had asked me to knock it down, and inside the Daikin unit was Q-PAC.
Oh, really?
And that was my first experience, and I was like, what the heck is this? And where do we get more of this? I had the wires. I took the wiring apart, though. But that was where we were like, if we could... The idea of it being clipped to the wall with the fans, it was like, this is something that could change everything, you know?
That's cool. That's crazy to think that the back of your shirt says 6 generations. And it's like, looking at this stuff compared to like what everybody in your family before you came to do.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. But we grew up grinding off. I mean, for me personally, I had grown up dealing with bearings and belt guards and shafts and shivs and all that stuff. I'd actually had an injury where I popped off my thumb on a situation with a shiv and a bearing and a belt, and that was one of, personally for me, it's actually a very real thing to avoid a lot of that dangerous stuff that is just unnecessary, which you eliminate all of those parts with the Q-PAC system. Like, you're not going to go in there and do anything. The fan's going to be off and you're going to unbolt 8 bolts and put a new fan on or put it off. There's no that maintenance that is technically what I consider a lot of old school stuff that was, you know, just a lot of difficult moving parts that you got to be very careful with. I've seen a lot of injuries in my own family in our 6 generations, specifically related to bearings, belts, shivs, and you're eliminating that. So for me, that's a huge win.